yeah, this is all.
So I think the thing that people stand out, and the reason that they doubt, I mean, you're right. I mean, people I don't think realize how big globally he is, but they look at like 2.4 million pay-per-view buys and they go, you can't do that on ESPN Plus. Like, that's not possible anymore, right? Is that accurate?
No, that's not accurate. I mean, what's their ever since they brought in Disney Plus and Hulu and all that stuff, the number's massive. I have 5 million followers. Over 2 million people have viewed the video. I mean, of course people can. And you can.
I don't say impossible, but you know what I mean? Like, because at first, like, there was a dip in the beginning of pay-per-view sales, right? Because you got to teach people, you can't go through Cox anymore, you can't go through DirecTV anymore, you got to sign up for the streaming service.
Yeah, but more people know how to do it now. This isn't however many years ago when we signed with them, people were trying to figure out where we were.
Right.
People know now, people know how to stream, especially during the pandemic. If you didn't know how to fucking stream, you learned how to fucking stream through the pandemic. I mean, that's all people are doing. You know, when you look at these type of numbers and what's going on, that's how. You know, do I think it's gonna, do over 2 million? I have no idea. But I can tell you this, the data is telling us it will.
All the metrics that point to it say that.
And even when you look at this shit and how he resonates with people right now. And Brad Slater. Yep. Slater hit me up last night and he said, and so Lorenzo did too. They said this fight feels big here in the United States. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We lose that perspective, right? We don't know what it feels like back home right now.
100%. And since this pandemic started, you would have never dreamed that we would pull the numbers that we pulled on the other pay-per-views with the fights that we had.
Right.
Everything is trending this way for us right now. Other sports are going like this with their ratings. Our ratings continue to go up.
Is this proof? I know you've always said that the sport can go worldwide, and one day you're going to have a Chinese athlete, an Indian athlete, and this. But this is proof of that, right? I know that Habib is a massive star, but this is proof that this is now a worldwide sport.
He and I were up till 4 a.m. last night talking about this stuff. It's exactly what we were talking about, man. When you look at everything that's going on with us right now, and we were just talking about when we sold the company for $4 billion, everybody was like, oh, this is it, this is the end. They overpaid and they did this and that, and and the list goes on and on of all the negativity that we face. But those inside my circle, we know what's going to happen and we know what the potential of this thing is. And the answer to your question is yes. Yes, this thing is, is global and growing by the minute. And it's weird because this whole pandemic thing has been really good for the sport. I mean, if you look at the numbers that we continue to pull and what we're doing and the stars that we've already started to build through the pandemic, it's pretty fascinating.
It's funny that you just said, people, when you sold for $4 billion, it's over. But then since then, you've got an ESPN deal, you've got like PIs all over the world, you've got an Apex. What would the company go for today?
Yeah.
Presumably more than $4 billion.
I mean, everything, we were talking about this till 4 a.m. last night. The timing of everything that's always, not just since the sale, since the day me and the Fertittas got involved, it's all been about timing. And we were literally breaking down all the timing last night. Now everything's worked out. We built the Apex, and everybody's like, you're going to build your own arena for what? I mean, what are you going to do over here? And what's going to go on? Boom, pandemic, And, the guy who was talking to me at the press conference, and you guys know it too, you've been here, have you ever had a more incredible experience than what's going on here? It's like, when you think of all the bullshit that's going on at home and all that shit, it's like, it is so nice to be here, man. It's just, you don't feel any of it. And the service and the, and then you get to watch these fights in that basically the Apex in UAE. I mean, it feels like the Apex, you know what I mean? It's been an incredible run. It's been fun, and we'll see how this thing plays out and what's in store for 2021.